Hey VC, it's been a while since I made a video, um, but I've been pretty active out looking for records. So I got a whole bunch to show, so I'm gonna try and speed through this as quickly as possible, which means it'll be like a 30-minute video because I just talk and talk and talk. All right, so I'm guessing that nobody knows who this is. It's Barbara Higbee and Teresa Troll. Um, they were active in the 80s in Northern California. I actually saw them um, in a show at an LGBT center, and it was just LGBT then. It didn't have, the QIA plus stuff at that point. That's how long ago it was. It was probably about, I don't know, 95 when I saw them, maybe. This album is from the 80s. I can't remember when it was released, but my guess is that nobody in the VC knows who these people are, and that nobody has this album. So if you have this album, please let me know. When I saw them, I bought their CD, and I have the CD, and it's actually pretty good. I used to listen to it quite a bit. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, hey, I'm going to just pick this up for $2.98. I did listen to it, and I have to say it's pretty bad, except the last song. The last song was really good. So yeah, anyway, so now I have their complete collection because they put out one record album on one CD. They broke up as a group, and they broke up as a couple at some point, and they went their separate ways. And then they came back together as a group in the early 90s, I think, and that's when that CD came out. But yeah, they've done a lot of work separately over the years. They've continued to work as musicians, so that's cool. I bought this the Sunday after Record Store Day, Black Friday, so late, maybe that was December 1st. So it was either late November or early December. And that same day I bought this. It's Dom Flemons, who I really like. This was on sale for $19.98. And I have to say I have buyer's regret because I don't think this is very good. I've seen him perform a lot and I really like him. This album is just not doing it for me at all. So I may actually sell this at some point. I don't know. I'll try it again and see. But like I said, I've seen him a lot, and I think he's great. But this album did not do a thing for me. So I also bought this on the weekend of Record Store Day, Black Friday. Let's see what's next. I think 3 weeks ago, I went to the Half Price Books that is closest to me, and I went because one, I hadn't been there in a while, and two, I wanted to get the coupon book for the year. So I looked through stuff, and the first thing I saw was this David Brubeck, It's Time Further Out, Miro Reflections. So you may know their first album, Time Out, and that cover was done by S. Neil Fujita. I did have to look that up. I don't have the Time Out album, but what I do have is this one. And this was done by the same artist, S. Neil Fujita. And this is a Record Store Day thing from, about 4 or 5 years ago? Anyway, I'm getting off track already. It's still in the shrink, and it has this great sticker that says that it was originally $3.79, but it was on sale in December of 1966 for $2.50. Still in the shrink, and it's a Columbia One Eye Mono. So I thought that was pretty cool, so I grabbed it. I totally don't remember what I paid for most of these things. It was probably about $10, maybe a little bit less. One thing on my list to get for my needs of 2025 is the S. Neil Fujita cover, the Time Out, as opposed to this one, the Juan. It's not Juan. It's like Joan Miró, who was a Catalan Spanish painter. He also did some other. He dabbled in other things, not just painting. All right, I'll move on. Do my best to move on. I saw this live Herbie Hancock album, VSOP. I had to look that up because I didn't know what it was at all. And of course I don't have that note. So it's like a cognac, like a really good cognac. Something like it had to be, I don't know what it's called. Oh man. Yeah, I'm not really a drinker, so I don't, and I never, even when I did drink back in the day, I never drank like cognac. I don't think I ever had cognac. It had to be in the cask for at least 4 years. That's probably not right. Something like that, though. So yeah, if you ever watch my channel, you know I love Herbie Hancock, and anytime I see a Herbie Hancock I don't have, I pick it up. This has Wayne Shorter on it. Also love Wayne Shorter. I saw this and was like, I wonder what pressing this is. It's not an amazing pressing or anything like that, but it is Miles Davis, and it is something I didn't have. It's from the 80s, I think, the pressing. It's a Columbia 3i. It's, so I was really happy to add it to the collection. And then a sneak peek of what's coming next is this one. This just came out recently, and I was just super excited to see it and see like a used copy. I don't know, someone just bought it and went, oh, this isn't for me, so then they sold it back or something. So I got, happy to get it. The only thing is it's not in the shrink, but it's great. So is it yeah, it's one of the micro grooves. I just like those. Instead of just that, like the regular Blue Note label, the ones that are micro groove, I think are just super cool. This is probably the best thing I picked up. Blues from Big Bill's Copacabana. It's on Chess. It's from 83 or 86. It's on the label, and 1984. And it's, I looked it up on Discogs. I just bought it, and it was maybe $10, and it's worth a little bit more than that. So, I was, like, I know Buddy Guy, I know Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf, of course, I know them. I was not familiar with this record, though, but, just doing, like, reading over the years, watching channels in the vinyl community, I've just learned a lot more. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, look at this. Oh, it's on Chess. So yeah, I was really happy to add this to my collection of blues stuff, which I don't really have all that much of. So, blues stuff is kind of hard to find, at least in this part of the world. So yeah, I've listened to it. It's awesome. Then I think the next weekend I went to my, like, what I'm considering to be my record store, and it's where I went for record store day, and I was like, it's gonna be Christmas, I've got a little extra cash, I'm gonna buy a few things. So I saw this Sleater-Kinney, and I actually have this, which is showing the autographs. When this album came out, they had they signed some sleeves and sent them to record stores. So I went to what was my record store at that time, but they were sold out. But they said, oh, but we have one extra cover here, just take it. So I did. So I have had this for a year. I had every intention to go back and buy the record and just never got around to it. So when I saw it last week or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember when now, I was like, all right, it's time to buy this. I'm not going to be able to pull it out, but it's on this beautiful, I think you can even see it all, how nice the sea blue color is. yeah, I'm happy to have it. Um, Patsy Cline, my favorite. Um, there's not going to be a lot of talk about Joni Mitchell in this video because I haven't bought any Joni Mitchell stuff, but probably my all-time second favorite is Patsy Cline. So anytime I see a Patsy Cline record I don't have, I grab it. So there was this one, and I was like, I've never even seen that before, so I grabbed it. And they also had this one, has a price on it. The last one was $10.95, which was maybe a little bit, paying up just a little bit. This was $5.95, and I recognize the cover because I already have this one. The date on it is 2021, so apparently, and I think actually, I remember for some unknown reason, that record store was doing half price on all used vinyl. So if you can see the $3, I paid $1.50 for this. And I saw that it said number 2, and I was like, I wonder if that means there's a number 1. So sure enough, there's a number 1. So now I have them both. Also, this one. It says Her First Recordings, Volume 3. So there is a 1 and a 2, and I looked on eBay for them, and I think 2 there's several copies of, and I think 1 there weren't any copies of it. So I'll be on the lookout for it. All right, so also picked up this Cake, Pressure Chief. I love Cake. And I was kind of debating whether I was going to get the Sleater-Kinney or the Cake. And then I was like, you know what? It's Christmas. You have a few extra bucks. What if you got them both? So I did. So, now I have 4 Cake albums on vinyl, which makes me happy. I think there's just 2 more, and then it's 2 more? I think it's 2 more. And then there is a new LP coming out sometime. The quest continues to pick up everything Cake on vinyl. Then the other thing I bought there was this. I didn't have this. It was like one of my number 1 things that I planned to buy in 2025 was a good copy of Kind of Blue. And I think I'm probably still on the lookout for a good copy of Kind of Blue. I don't know, I just kind of was like, well, it's here, I'll just buy it. I think I just want to have a better pressing. This is the pressing that just came out. House the Hype Sticker. If you've been in a record store, you've probably seen this all over the place. And maybe I'll listen to it more. And I don't know, I feel like I'm just kind of jaded because I was like, oh, I'm going to get a good pressing. And then I kind of just sort of gave in to temptation. It's like, well, I could just have it. So that's what I did. I'm not sorry about it, but we'll see if this copy sticks around or not. Then today I went to a Half Price Books that's a little bit further away from me, and I'm just going to say it's in Berkeley, and I just was thinking to myself, because they were having a sale, they were having a 20% off sale, so I was like, I bet the Half Price Books in Berkeley might have some pretty cool stuff. I went over there. It's not that far away from me, but it's definitely further than the other one. So this is the first thing I saw, this Chick Corea, Herbie Hancock, Keith Jarrett, McCoy Tyner. So the key name here is Herbie Hancock because I love Herbie Hancock, and I keep working on collecting, everything that all of his just regular releases, and then everything where he's like a sideman on as well. He's not a sideman here. I think this is a compilation. I think each person has 2 songs on it or something along those lines. I just got this next batch today, so I haven't listened to any of these. But we'll move on. Okay, this dude, Randy Bernson. I feel like I've heard about this record before, and I don't know where I would have heard about it, but I have no idea who he is, absolutely no idea, but these 2 names, Herbie Hancock and Jaco Pastorius, I was like, oh, it's Jaco, I'm definitely getting that, and it wasn't that much, it was like maybe $8 or something. So Jocko is on 2 tracks and Herbie is on 1 track. Yeah, you know, just especially Jocko, anything that he played on, I want to pick up. I'm still, God, what is it? What is he called? Little Beaver. I'm still looking for that one. Not only because Jocko's on it, but because the dude's called Little Beaver. I just love that so much. So yeah, hopefully I'll find one of those this year. Okay, let's see what's next, because I don't actually know. Okay, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Damn the Torpedoes. Yeah, this was at Half Price Books, and it looks, you know, pretty near mint. It does have a little cover wear, so I guess we gotta go with VG Plus. But the vinyl looks really great, and I'm super happy to add this. I love Tom Petty. I'm slowly working on picking up all of their stuff, but you know, it's pretty expensive these days. It's, you know, Tom is way more popular than like Jocko and Herbie. I mean, you can still get really good Herbie Hancock records for under $10, so you can't really do that with Tom these days. However, this was, because they were having a sale, I think this was $8 if I'm not mistaken. Then, oh, this is the last thing I got there at Half Price Books. Brand new, still sealed, L7 Milan, Are We Dead Yet? So it's a live recording, and I looked this up because I do like L7 a lot, but I didn't know about this, and there's just 500 copies pressed. So I was like, why is this brand new copy still sealed at Half Price Books? But you know, it's kind of maybe because it's Berkeley. So yeah, this was, I think, $8, which is a pretty good deal on this. If you look it up on Discogs, it goes for quite a bit more. I have not listened to it yet. I haven't listened to any of the stuff I bought today. I'm going to do that afterwards. Then I went, not really across town, but I went a couple miles away to Amoeba Records, which I was super excited about. I haven't been to an Amoeba for a long time, so like walking in, I was like, yes. I looked at all my favorites, you know. I looked at Emmylou Harris, I looked at Patsy Cline, I looked for Joni stuff. Didn't really see anything I didn't have. Looked at the Elvis Costello stuff, but they did have a couple of Graham Parsons things I didn't have. One of them was a little more expensive, so I left it, but I did pick up this one, Graham Parsons, The Early Years, 63 to 65. Excited about playing it. Always happy to get, you know, Graham Parsons stuff that I've never heard before, so I'm super excited. Then spent a lot of time in the jazz section, and decided to pick up this Hank Mobley. Hank is, he's become one of my absolute favorites. Never played with Joni, so he's sort of like my first jazz favorite that has no connection to Joni Mitchell that I can figure. If you know how Hank Mobley and Joni Mitchell connect, other than, you know, like through like Herbie or something. Wayne Shorter, I think, probably played with Hank Mobley, because Hank played with Art Blakey, so I'm pretty sure I have something that has Wayne Shorter, a Hank Mobley record that has Wayne Shorter on it. I might be wrong. Anyway, the other thing that I think is interesting about this is that it's in red, and I don't really recall seeing that many or any Blue Notes that have like red lettering. I think I might have to sort of search in my Discogs and see, and look through covers and see. But yeah, I saw this and I was like, it looks kind of strange. Anyway, moving on. Picked up this, speaking of Wayne Shorter, etc. It's got Herbie Hancock on it as well. It's a Tone Poet. It was expensive, but that's okay. Yeah, just a regular. It doesn't have that micro groove. But yeah, I'm excited about this. I think this just came out recently. But honestly, I don't remember. All right, moving on. I've realized for a while now that I don't have this one, Night Dreamer Wayne Shorter. So it was one of the ones that I was definitely looking for today. So I'm very happy to have it. I think this one might be on have that micro groove. Yeah, the micro groove. I don't know why I like that. I just think it looks really cool. And then the last thing that I picked up was this. And I have to say, this is total. Well, first of all, let me say I didn't have this album. So yeah, that's definitely, how do you not have this in your collection? But yeah, I sort of succumbed to FOMO today, but in a good way, because I didn't have this, and it's an important album to have in one's collection. But, I keep seeing people post pictures on Facebook of, with this, the Obi strip and the blue vinyl, and I was just like, oh, that looks so cool. So I was looking through the jazz stuff, and everything I saw that had the Obi strip for the 85th anniversary was something that I already had. Like there was a Herbie Hancock, there's a Hank Mobley, and I'm like, I already have those. I'm not going to buy another copy just so I can have a blue copy. So I finally saw this one and went, heck yeah. Because I was like, well, maybe I can manage not to do it. Look at that great blue vinyl, blue note on blue vinyl. Yeah, so I was very happy to, I think I was starting in like the W's and working my way back. So it took me like all the way to get to the A's in Cannonball Adderley before I saw something that I didn't already have that had the Obi strip and was on the blue vinyl. So, FOMO can hit you when you least expect it. And however, it really worked out in a good way for me today, because I'm really excited to have this, because as I said, I don't have it in my collection, and that was just wrong of me not to have it. So, all right, I talked for 23 minutes. However, I have bought, here comes one of my cats. It's Scout, who I don't think has ever made an appearance. So thanks, Scout, for walking through. I think now that all 4 of my cats have made an appearance in a video at some point, and then my dog, who I no longer have, he passed away a year and a half ago, he also made a couple of appearances on videos. So yeah, you've seen the whole One Take Charlie family currently, and that's it. So yeah, I bought 25 records or something in the last month. So I definitely need to slow down, because these have all been, just about full price. And while I may have had a little extra money, it's mostly gone now. So, all right, peace out, vinyl community. Ciao.